Hello everybody, and welcome to my first ever modding tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you guys on how to easily modify your character's clothing on BMX Streets pipe. I figured I'd make a step-by-step tutorial on how to do this because many people over in our Discord still can't really seem to figure out how to do it, and there doesn't really seem to be any solid tutorials on how to do it for this game. Stick around, and within no time your character will go from looking something like this to something a little bit like this. To do this, it's very simple. You're just going to need two very lightweight programs, and I will have them both linked down into the description. One of them here being WinRAR. That's a very common program, so I'm hoping most of you might have this, but there will be loads of languages down here. You're just going to click the one that you need, and also your 32 or 64-bit according to which operating system you are running. And you will also need this here Unity Assets Bundle Extractor. Again, I will have this linked down into the description. So you're going to come here to this link, scroll down just a little bit, and click here, this 2.2 Beta 2. You're going to get 32-bit or 64-bit, depending on which operating system, once again. Okay, and one more quick thing I forgot to mention is you're going to need some sort of photo editing software. For me, I'll be using Photoshop CS6. So after your Unity Assets Bundle Extractor has been downloaded from mega.nz or whatever website that is, don't worry, it's totally safe. I'm going to have you preferably save that to your desktop for convenience purposes, but if it's not on your desktop, it's probably located in your downloads folder. You're just going to have to open that up and drag and drop that to your desktop, but mine's already here. Why don't we go ahead and open this WinRAR package, double click it. Here you'll see a folder saying 64-bit. What you're going to want to do is click it once, click extract to, and let's go to the desktop once again. I already did it, so I won't do it this time, but here it is. Now, to make your life a whole lot easier when modding the clothes, we're going to open up this 64-bit folder right here. And this Assets Bundle Extractor, this is the application we're going to be using. Let's just right click and create a shortcut. When we create that shortcut, we're going to drag it to our desktop. I already have it, once again, right here, so I won't need to do that. One more step we're going to have to take before really diving into modding our character's clothing textures is extracting this here pipe data folder. The way that we can do this is by clicking our start button, clicking computer, opening up our local disk, searching our program files, whichever one has Steam in it. Mine is program files 86. Open up the Steam folder, go down to Steam Apps, Common, and we're going to find pipe. Once we find pipe, double click to open it, and this is our folder we need right here. So I already have mine on my desktop, as you can see, but we're going to right click it, create shortcut, and you'll just drag and drop. But I already have it, so I do not need to do that. Okay guys, so now it's the moment you've all been really waiting for. Let's open up our Assets Bundle Extractor here, double click, and you'll get a window that should look exactly like this. Let's do File, Open, and let's open up our pipe data folder, scroll down just a bit, and we're going to click our resources.assets. Just resources.assets, not .res or anything like that. So click that, and then we're going to do Open. Once we have clicked Open, we're going to see a new window pop up. This is where we're going to have to extract our clothing textures in order for them to be modded. I'll have the names of the clothes files in the description to make it extra easy for you guys to just copy and paste and find the files very fast. So what we're going to do is come up here to View, Search by Name, and I'm going to put in the name for the top. The name of the top is this. It's a weird name, Darien Top Diffuse. We're going to click OK, and then let's hit F3 on our keyboard, and as you can see, that brings us over to the textures, and here it is right here. Once we find this, we're going to go over here and click Plugins, Export to PNG, OK, and let's just put it right on our desktop and name it as Shirt. As you can see, it went onto our desktop, and this is what the shirt looks like in the file. Let's repeat this same exact process to find the other articles of clothing that we're going to need to mod. What we're going to do is replace the word top with bottom. Very simple. And let's hit F3 once again to shift over to our textures. Let's find the bottom right here. Once again, click Plugins, Export to PNG, okay, and let's save it to our desktop as pants. And believe it or not, this is what the pants look like inside the file. Pretty weird, yeah. You guys may have already guessed it, but to find the hat, all we need to do is replace the word bottom with hat. And F3 once again, and the same process. We'll save it to the desktop as hat. And this is what the hat looks like. It's pretty hard to see actually. Now that we have all three of our clothing textures extracted, we can go ahead and close this assets extractor for now. We can now work on the fun part, which is modding the actual textures within a photo editing software such as Photoshop. This is where you guys can feel free to be as creative as you really want to. I won't tell you exactly what to do because this is all up to you, but as you can see here, I have created a Thrasher themed top for my character. I will provide you guys a blank slate template in the description. It looks really gross, I know, but it'll be very easy for you to edit over within something like Photoshop. I will not be providing a pants template for you guys. This is because it's a bit trickier or simple depending on how you really look at it. The only thing I left in the pants texture for my guy is these tiny buttons you see here. I also added in a Dickies tag on the back of the pants just for that extra steez, so you know, you can really do whatever. You can just completely wipe out this template and put just a material and it'll work for your pants. Okay, so once you guys are satisfied with the changes that you have made to the clothing textures, we're going to save them and replace them on our desktop. So let's save this as a PNG shirt, and it's going to ask us if we wanted to replace it because we had the original texture, so let's do OK. And let's do the same for the pants and also the hat. So now that we have all our clothing textures modded the way that we want them to, we're almost done. Let's just open up Assets Bundle Extractor one more time. We're going to do File Open, and let's open our pipe data folder. Scroll down till we find resources.assets. Open that up again. And since hat is at the top of our list for our textures right here, let's search for that first. Okay, let's press F3 again to shift over to our textures, and here it is. Let's click Plugins, and instead of doing Export or anything this time, we're going to do Edit. Click OK, go down here to Texture, load in a new texture, find your hat texture, open it up, click OK, OK again, and you should be done with the hat. Now let's move on to our shirt. F3 one more time, and you guys guessed it, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. Edit, OK, load in a new texture, this is for our shirt, open up the shirt texture, OK, OK, and we're done. One more time for the pants, and we'll move on to the next step. Now that you have replaced all the textures that you wanted to, we are now ready to start wrapping this up and getting back into the game with our modded textures. Just one thing that we have to do first is click File, Save on our Assets Bundle Extractor, and we're going to save this as resources, let's say mod, and that will save to our desktop here. We are now able to exit out of our assets extractor as we have everything imported that we want to, like our modified clothes and textures, and we have our new file on our desktop. So after exiting out of that, we're going to open up pipe data one more time, find our resources.assets. We're going to rename this. Since this is the original one, we're going to give it a name like resources.og.assets, just so we know that's the original. Next, we're going to drop in our modded folder and rename this to resources.assets, so the game thinks that this is the original resources.assets file. Once this is done, we can exit out of this folder, and let's go check our game to see if it worked. Alright, sweet. So as you guys can tell, everything worked out perfectly for me. I'm hoping it worked out just as smoothly for you guys. If it didn't, I'm always open to reading comments, so definitely drop a comment down below if you're having any issues, and I'll be very quick to help you solve it. So yeah, this is what my guy looks like. I think he looks super dope. I changed the color of the pants, or rather the material of the pants, just because I think this works a little bit better with his outfit. I think I'm gonna get a few clips now with this brand new outfit, so yeah, stay tuned for that if you'd like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.